Raguel scoffed loudly. Are you saying they're aware of my skills, yet still doubt me? I can handle a mere bug of a human. Uriel shot him a sharp look, saying, And how did those who were so confident fare? They're all missing in action, aren't they? Raguel fell silent, eyes darkening. Uriel said, There's a 99% chance you'll succeed alone, but with two of us, it's 100%. That's why they ordered both of us to go. Raguel said, Still. His pride hung heavy like a weight on his tongue. Uriel leaned a little closer and said, Look at what happened when they sent others alone. To ensure there are no mistakes this time, it's a wise decision. Raguel exhaled sharply, wings drooping, and said, But I could handle this human by myself. Uriel smiled softly and said, How about this? I'll let you fight him first. I'll just stand back and watch. Raguel's face brightened instantly, his wings fluttering with excitement, inquiring, Really? Uriel said, But if it looks dangerous, I'll step in right away. No complaints if I intervene during the fight. Raguel puffed out his chest proudly, saying, Hey, don't worry. There's no way things will get to that point. You won't have to lift a finger. I'll take care of it. Uriel nodded and said, Fine. We'll do it that way. Raguel said, Thanks for the opportunity, Uriel. Hey, he said. No need to thank me. Uriel smiled kindly on the surface, but his inner thoughts twisted like a blade. He said to himself, I'll let this fool fight first to gauge Black Scythe's strength. Black Scythe, the anomaly, the human who refused to remain a mere mortal. Remiel and Sariel had learned that too late. Uriel reviewed the records again in his mind. A human who ranked first every round, a human who killed 2 archangels, a human who defied heavenly logic. He said to himself, levels alone don't define strength. Uriel tightened his grip on his staff, saying, If Raguel struggles, I'll step in. He accepted the humiliation of 2 archangels descending for one mortal. The consequences of another mistake would be too great. A cold glint flashed in his eyes, and he said, We can't let our guard down. If things go wrong, I'll flee immediately, no questions asked. Survival came first, even among archangels. Raguel fluttered excitedly, saying, Shall we go now, Uriel? Uriel raised a hand, channeling divine energy, and said, Yes, track down Black Scythe's location. It's time to capture him. Their lips twisted into matching wicked grins. Wings spread wide. Light exploded behind them. The hunt began. Unaware, Ryu continued forward, while 2 divine predators streaked across the sky toward him. Ryu finally joined a mercenary group and accepted a new quest, this time a subjugation mission. Because of his status as a veteran mercenary, the guild didn't give him a simple job. His mission was tougher than most. Cults, the subjugation leader, as he faced the gathered mercenaries. His voice carried authority, but also caution. He said, This is the forest of beasts at the edge of the Ludus Mountain Range. The Hormuz Merchant Guild has been struggling because of the beasts that occasionally attack the roads. He spread a map across the table, tapping a spot marked with red ink, saying, Our mission is to eliminate the blood orcs, which are the most numerous monsters in the forest of beasts. They go berserk at the sight of blood and become stronger, so avoid getting wounded. Let's move out. The mercenaries answered in unison, their armor clinking as they prepared for departure. Yes, sir. As the group advanced through the dense undergrowth, Ryu's gaze turned upward toward the floating window before him. Condition: subjugate 100 blood orcs. Reward: small increase in mercenary rank experience, 30,000 gold, and experience points. Blood orcs defeated, 0 out of 100. He scanned the mission details, his expression calm and unreadable. The reward meant nothing to him anymore. He said quietly, The only purpose is to raise my mercenary rank. Gold and experience points no longer excited him. Power did. Progress did. By his estimation, if he completed this quest 20 times, he could reach master rank. The sound of boots crunching through leaves echoed around him as 40 mercenaries marched forward. He took a quick head count, 40, including himself. Most of them were seasoned veterans, but only one among them was a player, Ryu Min. The rest were NPC mercenaries, loyal but limited. He thought as his sharp eyes scanned the forest ahead. Let's quickly deal with 100 blood orcs and move on to the next subjugation quest. The forest of beasts had 10 subjugation quests in total, all linked in a chain. Completing one would immediately lead to the next. It was an efficient system, perfect for someone like him. A faint notification blinked across his vision. You have detected the location of the target, Blood Orc, currently 210 meters away. He activated his tracking skill. Red dots flickered across his map, exactly where he had predicted. A guttural cry echoed from the trees ahead. The mercenaries tensed, raising their weapons as the shapes of blood orcs emerged from the shadows. But before they could even form up properly, Ryu moved. In an instant, his scythe flashed through the air. One orc was decapitated in a blur. Another convulsed as lightning crackled through its body. Flames engulfed a third, reducing it to ash. Then, with a flick of his wrist, shadow blades erupted around him, cleaving another into two clean halves. You have defeated a blood orc. Your title effect grants 1.5 times experience. Experience plus 0.24%. Gold plus 800. Bonus, gold plus 400. Current kill count, 0, 10 out of 100. The Rune of Massacre effect increases all stats by 10%. There are 44 enemies within 100 meters. The Rune of 1 versus 100 effect increases all stats by 44%. Ryu didn't stop. Within moments, he eliminated 5 more orcs. 10 kills total, less than a breath between each one. The mercenaries stood frozen, staring wide-eyed. One muttered, "What just happened?" Another said, disbelief thick in his voice. "It all happened in a flash. Everything's dead. You, the warrior from another world, did you do this?" Ryu glanced at them and simply nodded. He didn't need to hide anything. There was no reason to. His goal was speed, complete the quest, and move on. And so, everything progressed smoothly from there. Sub-quest complete. Experience plus 4.8%. Gold plus 30,000. Mercenary rank experience has slightly increased. There are still subjugation quests remaining in the Forest of Beasts. Would you like to accept the next one? Yes, no. In less than 20 minutes, he had already slain all 100 blood orcs. Another quest window popped up before him. He smirked. Choosing yes would let him continue immediately, while no would return him to the mercenary base. He said, obviously yes. Then he tapped the confirmation without hesitation. The next quest appeared. This time, the targets were 100 trolls. He dove into the task without pause, and once again, wiped them out effortlessly. Then came poisoned slimes, ancient trees, corrupted vampires, each monster stronger than the last, yet all fell before his scythe. 2 hours slipped by as if it were nothing, and a message appeared. You have defeated a blood golem. Your title effect grants 1.5 times experience. Experience plus 0.21%, gold plus 700, bonus gold plus 350. Your level has increased. Current kill count, 503 out of 100. The Rune of Massacre effect increases all stats by 100%. There are 28 enemies within 100 meters. The Rune of 1 versus 100 effect increases all stats by 28%. Ryo glanced at the messages, a faint smirk tugging at his lips. He thought, slightly amused. Leveling up just from grinding quests. Now, level 92, he decided it was about time to head back. As he cleared the last of the monsters, the other mercenaries gathered around him, their faces glowing with admiration. Kaltz, the subjugation leader, praised, saying, "Your skills are incredible. You're truly an exceptional warrior." The others nodded in agreement, voices filled with awe. They had watched him tear through the entire forest as if it were nothing. He had single-handedly wiped out the monsters of the Forest of Beasts. Still, their admiration didn't matter much to him. He said to himself, "I just need to finish this blood golem quest and then go meet Russell." He was about to leave when his tracking skill suddenly flared. 2 new red dots appeared on the map. His brow furrowed, inquiring, "Are more monsters respawning?" No, something was off. The 2 figures were moving toward him, but much faster than any monster could, and a message appeared. There are 30 enemies within 100 meters. The Rune of 1 versus 100 effect increases all stats by 30%. The numbers shifted as they drew closer. Ryu calculated quickly and said, "They're within 60 meters. Then realization struck. Their signals weren't on the ground. They're in the sky. Ryu's eyes snapped upward. 2 figures glided through the clouds, descending gracefully with radiant wings unfurled. Angels. The mercenaries gasped in unison, pointing upward. "Look! Up there! They have wings! They must be angels! Dear God!" They stared in awe, overwhelmed by the holy brilliance that bathed the treetops. Ryu, however, didn't flinch. His expression stayed cold, detached. He already knew why they had come, and he said to himself, "So they sent 2 to kill me this time?" The angels descended slowly, light streaming from their wings as they fixed their piercing gazes on him. Their voices echoed through the forest, clear and chilling. "Found you, Black Scythe? So here you are, worm." Thank you to everyone who supported the channel financially, liked, and subscribed. And thank you for your prayers. The doctor told me I've improved a little with the treatment and postponed the surgery until the tumor shrinks further.